Hello, YouTube family. What's going on today?
Hey, everybody.
Today's video is going to be about accepting each other.
Yes,
right?
accepting each other.
Accepting your spouse. That would mean accepting the good things and the flaws.
And the flaws.
Right.
Or the things you don't like. I guess it doesn't mean it's flaws. It's
Well,
just
everybody
maybe...
has flaws.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Gotcha.
So,
okay.
I mean, in a relationship, it kind of gets magnetized, so to speak.
What did you do? Oh, that kind of... Okay. All right. Magnetized.
Put some sparkle to that magnetism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And, if the relationship is important to you,
yes.
If you have put in so much time and you're in it for the long haul,
which you should be.
Right.
You shouldn't want to start a relationship to not be in it for the long haul.
Exactly. So, just like in the beginning when you're first dating and what have you, and if you think it's going somewhere,
right,
and you're not just running through people, trying to find that perfect person, which there is no perfect person.
No. Well, there's a perfect person for you. But you mean a literal person?
Yeah, literal.
Yes, yes.
These days, from what I hear, people are, trying to piece this person and piece this person and piece this person, trying to put all of those pieces together to try to make that
perfect person.
Yeah, and that's only in the movies. If
right.
you're trying to make a robot or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which we aren't doing.
No. So, everybody in a relationship will have these little twerks. Well, not twerks. That's when you shaking it down to the ground.
No. Do you know how to do that?
No, not for me.
I'm squirreling.
Nope, not for me.
Okay. All right. So accepting each other. Yes, as Brian said, that is first and foremost highly important that you try and accept, because it's going to take time. You have to learn how to do it.
Right.
Accept your significant other or your spouse. A lot of times at the beginning is where it's kind of hard. Because you really don't know them as well as once, you get older. But remember, you're going to change. That's another thing. But we need to do another video on that.
Maybe so.
Change. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And you can try to hide those little things from that person in your relationship at first, but eventually it's going to come out. It's going to creep its ugly head through the crack of the door. And you won't be able to close the door back because you're already exposed.
Right.
So,
and be upfront, know.
Do your best to be that way.
And be yourself, because if you're not yourself with your spouse or your significant other, I'm sorry, you guys, my tongue is all screwed today. But if you're not upfront, then they're going to be getting used to somebody that you're not. And then once you really become who you are, it's going to be a hot mess, because now they have to try and get to know or even like this new person.
Yep, that's
it.
So
you have to be very open and let your significant other or your spouse know that you're going to be accepting. That way they'll be more open to being open with you.
Right. And you're only fooling yourself, because if you think it's not going to come out later on down the road, you are definitely wrong.
Right.
It's just like when you are in a relationship and you're not living, say with your fiance or your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
Right.
And
that's funny.
you used to live in your own way.
Right.
But then when you move together, within that first month,
it's
you're going to see what that
different.
Person is all about.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to see, that person, leaves their underwear everywhere, or, toothbrush turned a certain way or whatever.
Right.
It's if you're used to a certain way by yourself, you really got to take into consideration how it's going to be when you're living nonstop under the same dwelling.
Right.
With that person in your relationship.
It makes a huge difference. And then also, like Brian was saying, the little quirks and the little different things that they may do, you have to kind of just learn to live with. Because if it's not injuring anybody, if it's not detrimental to anybody's life or emotions, then you just have to go with it. And it's so funny because usually it is the little things. It's the little things. Yeah. It's not the big things. It's the little things. Exactly. And so you have to be accepting of that. And then too, you have to remember with where they came from, you know, how they were raised. And so sometimes they might not do things the way that you do it. And it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that it's a different way of doing it, you know? Kind of like I can remember with you and foil. You remember?
Yeah.
You like to use foil on everything.
Well,
everything.
Pretty much.
Everything.
Yeah, like lid tops on,
Right.
on Tupperware and wrapping your package of bacon when you open it. That's old school. That's what I was used to.
Let's use plastic because it's a little bit safer than foil, but that's the way you were raised,
That's
right?
the way I was raised.
Exactly.
You know, and
So
to
it
this
just
day, I
depends.
still do that with certain items.
Right.
But I do use those lids also, too.
I'm trying to think, what other quirks do we have? Oh, I know one. You in sports. That took me a while. And it's so funny because my real dad, growing up with him, the little time that I did, he used to watch sports all the time. So I'm used to, you know, going to sleep and hearing the sounds of the whistles and, you know, just being around sports in general. But it took me a minute, and I still am kind of wishy-washy with you in sports because you just love sports. You'll watch sports like for hours.
Yeah, like when football season
Exactly,
comes
even when
back
it's not.
And when it's the NBA playoffs and finals.
It's for everything, with everything.
Yeah, when it gets exciting. You
Right.
know, baseball,
well,
the
no,
all-star
it doesn't have to be
games.
exciting. It's everything.
Well,
So,
it's in my blood.
right. So I had to become more accepting of that. So sometimes you just have to just grin and bear it and just kind of deal with it.
Right.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Because you're worth it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep. I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you would be with me this long.
Yeah, because it's been long.
Yeah.
But that's another
And you know
video
that for
too.
a long time.
Yeah, that's pretty long. Well.
So, that's us right there.
Yep.
In a nutshell, accepting each other. And we've been doing it on a daily,
Right.
365 days a year.
Because remember, it's going to be something new. I mean, everything, we're not going to stay the same forever.
Right, right.
So it's going to be something
and if you're serious about, you know, even before you get married, if you're engaged or you're thinking of living together, you know, before you make that step, before you fill up that U-Haul van and say we're going to do this,
Right.
yeah, sit down, go eat somewhere, you know, sit down and across from each other.
Hopefully they would.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just get in a U-Haul,
don't just
though.
jump in and say we're doing this. You know, I'm sick of my parents, or
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. I see
you're
what you're
over
saying.
here, and over
Right.
here. Why don't we put our bills together? You're paying this. No, you know, sit down and talk that stuff out before you move under the same roof with one another. Let
Right.
each other know what your little quirks are. You know, what is it you expect that
Out of each
person,
other.
yeah, how that person to be when you move together. And you know, it's not going to always go according to a list,
Right.
but at least hash it out and let it be known before you open up that door and say we're home.
Right. Right. Or be aware that you're going to have to deal with different quirks. Because you're moving in with another human being. I mean, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah,
It's gonna
and men
be-
and women are different.
Yeah, well, people are different. Because remember, we might not be talking about men.
Well,
but men
yeah.
and women are different.
Right, right.
You know, and then like Brian was saying, when you move in together is when everything is like magnified.
Right. Yep, you got
Jesus,
it.
what's going on with my tongue
You're
today?
good. That's why you have a partner here to help you out.
Oh my God. So yes, everything is magnified once you move in together.
Yep.
So that makes a big difference.
Right, exactly.
Big
Exactly.
difference.
So everyone, we hope this segment of this video helped you out today.
Yes.
And we love sharing this stuff with you and talking to you about these topics. So if it helped anyone out there, you know, let us know in the comments down below. You know,
Yes.
let us know what you think, how you feeling about it, and if you're going through it right now.
Right.
So we want to put that out there to you guys, and we hope you enjoyed this conversation today.
Yes, and you want wait, I'm not done. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and then give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and
Share this video
Share the
with
video.
everyone
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And we will put that information down in the description down below.
And we know we are married life, and we've been looking at some of our Instagram followers, and it looks like some of them are married, some of them aren't, some of them are younger. So we will be doing videos also that are not specific for married life, that may be about depression or other issues that we've had to deal with just in general as a family. You know, and suicide, all kinds of different stuff. So just because that's the title of our actual channel doesn't mean that that's going to always be the focus.
Right.
So
Yeah. So, and you know, we have quite a bit of experience between the two of us.
Yes.
With things, we don't know everything now.
Right.
We'll put that out front. But together, our years together, we've come across a lot of
And
things.
maybe we should talk about kids too. I think that would be good, just in general, talking about kids, because I find that sometimes you feel like you're in your own hole, but then once you hear that your child is really like everybody else's child, then it helps a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll probably talk about
And maybe
that too.
even some information out there for teenagers too, because that's
Yes.
a big thing going
Yes.
on nowadays. A lot of situations are going on with
With
teenagers.
teenagers.
Yeah, and you never know where their mindset is right now.
Exactly.
So we'll get into that at a later time.
Yes,
We're just
we will.
putting little tidbits out there for you. So we will see you guys next time. We
Yep.
appreciate you, and we thank you for following us.
Yes.
And until next time, from us to you,
We wish you the best and nothing less.
take care, everyone.
Bye.